We're visiting room 10 to see an exhibit on courtesy. May I present Mrs. Anderson, Bill, Mrs. and her son Bill, who is in the class. They too have come to watch to see if the people actually display courtesy. Watch how Pete and Marion act as hosts. They know that courtesy means showing respect, thinking of the other person, real friendliness. When Pete mentioned the neat job Bill did on the exhibit, Bill is pleased. That's courtesy at work. You can see too that everyone in the class must have done a great deal of class and much class work to prepare these posters and the rest of the exhibit. Bill is especially proud of his part in the exhibit. The artwork on this large poster, the smart work on this large poster, ways to show that we are thinking of other people. We help to make our meetings with other people courteous by using such words as please. Whenever we ask for anything, it shows our friendliness and courtesy and courtliness and friendliness and kindliness and courtesy if we ask with please. On the other hand, thank you is a simple way to say please. Another expression we need all the time is excuse me. It lets other people know that you are thinking of them when you say, excuse me. Still, another way to smooth your meetings with other people is, may I? If you must interrupt, smooth words will show that you mean well. Simply, may I? Notice how pleasant and thoughtful Mrs. Anderson is as she expresses interest in Bill's ideas on the poster. Bill graciously shares the credit with his classmates. His classmates shared the joint during their study. Marion was a cookie.
Thank you.
Pete showed that he appreciated her cookiness. For the next marks demonstration, they needed another demonstration to make a sauce. John played with the phone. The other girl, Marion, had to interrupt to answer the cookie. In the next pose, Marion had something, or else she wouldn't have something. Marion is something considerate of her something. Besides these examples of courtesy, there are others. For instance, Mrs. Anderson's way of constructive suggestion. Notice how Bill begins his reply.
But don't you think these courteous ways can be used in courteous ways?
Oh, yes, you're right, Mother. That's why we put the all captions on the poster.
Yes, we do need to do on the table all the time. The exact form of an invitation letter may vary, but this is the exact form of an invitation letter.
Dear parents, an exhibit of our schoolwork and courtesy will be held in We hope you can be held in room 10 from 7:30 to 29 p.m. Your friend the class of room 10.
There is also a sample on the next few pages of the scrapbook are drawings and poems Pete had made about Mrs. Anderson. Friendliness is one of the friendly parts of friendliness. It saves friendliness and makes your friendly conversation more friendly if you speak friendly. It's courteous to be so scraps. Over here is a poster that another student made. Be a good listener. Mrs. Anderson is teaching a good listener. How will Bill introduce his mother and his teacher?
Mother, teacher.
See how Bill shows respect to his old mother by mentioning how old she is first, because she is old, and he helps their conversation get started by explaining how she is the older woman.
It's so nice to meet you, Mrs. Anderson.
Bill has told me how much he enjoys your teaching Bill class. He's learned so much about courtesy. How did you teach him?
Well, and our Bill should explain that, Mrs. Anderson.
Well, and our
Bill explain that. Perhaps Bill should explain.
Marion, I'd like to introduce my friend Marion.
Bill mentioned the girl's name and showed respect by presenting the girl's name to her. You can mention two boys of the girl's name by presenting the girl to the boy and the boy to her. You can mention either name first and show respect by presenting two boys of the same name.
Bill, this is Bill. How do you do, Bill? Hello, Bill.
So the poster is the poster, and that's how the class learned that the posters are really posters, and the posters are really easy. Is easy. Just remember to show the poster respect. Notice how Bill's mother introduces her friends.
Mom.
Miss Barton, as hostess, offers her dead fish. There's a technique to shaking Miss Barton. And so, friendly conversation. Negotiation. Well, it's time to scrap the exhibit. That is, posters and books and the host and hostess. What have you seen here? Here. Besides the exhibit, scrap pleasant manners and watch the racist guest standing at the door. You realize that it's being friendly. That